I'm now going to set up to make a rip cut on the table saw. I have the saw off, and I'm going to make sure that the blade is set up to the appropriate height and thickness of stock that I have. And then I can also quickly check that my throat plate is set up properly so it doesn't dip down when I push on it and it doesn't pull up when I pick up on it. So the first thing I'll do is grab a ruler. You do have some of these. I prefer these ones a little bit, but each suit or each kit should have one of these type of rulers. So I'm going to measure from the fence to the inside of the blade. So in this case, I'll make a 7-inch cut. I'm going to place the ruler against the fence. I'm not going to lay it flat because sometimes it'll slide underneath. Don't place it underneath and try to eyeball it. I want to physically touch the ruler to the fence and the ruler to the inside of the blade. It's the most accurate setup I can get. You can actually get the ruler on a table saw within a few thousandths of accuracy, which I was kind of impressed with. So I'm going to go for a 7-inch cut. I'm going to scoot it over, and I'm just going to get close and lock it and unlock it. That gets rid of any play. So in some cases, when you lock this fence, the saw will jump a little bit. I want to make sure the fence is right where I want it. So now I have the measurement. It's 7 inches from the fence on the inside here, on the inside of the tooth, and I'm splitting the white line with the ruler. And it's always a good idea to double check your measurement. Now that everything's set up, I'll turn the saw on. I'm going to put on hearing protection. I'm going to place the stick somewhat biased towards the inside. I've got my one on the outside. Going to put a little side pressure until I get close. And then as I cut through, I'm going to make sure to move in a nice straight line. Try to resist arcing your hand. It's a natural motion for your wrist to twist as you push forward. I'm also going to stand to the side of the machine. I'm not going to stand in line with the blade. It also is more ergonomic. This is very uncomfortable. Off to the side is a little more comfortable. Now that I've finished my cut, you can see my stock is completely past the end of the blade, and then it was actually finished cutting back here. So I went all the way past and finished the cut. If I were going to be making multiple cuts, I would probably measure it just to make sure that everything is set up properly so it's right at 7 inches. I just went over the height gauge to check. I'm using just the ruler, and again, there's a little bit of luck possibly involved in this. This is 7 thousandths out on one end and 6 thousandths out on the other. So this part is supposed to be 7 inches. On the height gauge, I had 7 inches and 7 thousandths on the top and 7 inches and 6 thousandths on the bottom. So there's a 1 thousandths worth of taper along the length, which isn't that bad. And then it was very, very close to my actual measurement.